Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for coming along to our set-piece press conference for the Championship Boxing Show here at the Waterfront Hall in Belfast on Friday night, Frank Warren's big show. And as you can see, ranged across in front of you, most of the fighters who are involved in the action come Saturday night, including our top of the bill, Jamie CONLAN on my right-hand side, Commonwealth champion, who's going to be fighting for the vacant WBC International Super Flyweight title against YADER CARDOZA of Nicaragua, and all the other fighters here are involved in some fascinating fights as well. I think notably probably the Super Featherweight Championship of Ireland, Declan Geraghty against James Tennyson, which I know from speaking to people since I've been here has certainly captured public imagination here in Belfast, and is a difficult fight to call. I think we're guaranteed to have something excellent there, and could turn out to be one of these classics that we're talking about afterwards and saying, yeah, that was a very special fight. Tyrone McKenna, Belfast lad, against the undefeated Dubliner Jake Hannay as well, that for the BUI Celtic Super Lightweight title. We've got Paddy Barnes, who's here, triple Olympian, twice a bronze medalist, had a somewhat unfortunate start to his professional career with a disqualification victory back in November, and now I think probably looking to make a statement and really show us what he can do. Marco McCullough here as well, who's heading for a fight, provided he comes through against Lionel Hernandez of Spain. He's heading for a fight for the British title against Ryan Walsh at the Copperbox Arena. That's going to be taking place in a fight on BT Sport on May the 20th, all being well. And as well as that here, we've got Stephen Ward, who's in his second professional fight, Belfast fighter, who's fighting in an international light heavyweight contest. And a lot of interest as well, I know, for Lewis Crocker, Belfast boy, who's going to be making his professional debut against Ferenc Gyarko, Hungarian fighter. Got another microphone? Okay. Right, well, it's probably best if I wander around and interview everybody in turn. We'll start off down at the right, I think, with the two lads who are, I guess, inexperienced so far as professional fights are concerned. Stephen only in his second fight. Third fight. Well, you've got Andy Ayling to thank for that one. That's on my list in front of me, I beg your pardon. Third pro fight. And it is your professional debut, isn't it, Lewis?
Yes, it is, yes.
Right, well, tell us about your thoughts coming into this. Big occasion always, getting your foot in the professional game.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a great bill to be on. I'm just looking to go and perform because I've put the hard work in the last lot of weeks and a lot of months. So I'm really looking forward to Friday.
And any particular nerves, anything different?
I'm actually more relaxed than what I thought it would be. As I mean, I've put the hard work in, so I'm confident in my ability and just ready to perform.
Difference between the pro game and the amateur sport, what are you anticipating to be different? Because I know one of the things people always say is that when you get in there, you're in against blokes who are a bit bigger and a bit stronger. Yeah,
well, I'm looking forward to it. I always prefer the pro game than the amateur game. You know, I'm in there, I want to fight, I want to give the fans a good entertainment fight, and I'm looking forward to it.
And finally, ambitions about where you want to go?
Well, I'm only turned 20 a few weeks ago, so I've years and years to come. So I'll take it fight by fight, British level, European, and hopefully world in the years to come.
Well, best of luck with that, and hope it goes well for you on Friday night. Now, Stephen, your third professional fight. What are your thoughts on your career so far?
Yeah, it's going well. Training's been going good. Everything's going like a dream. Training in Manchester, waiting home with that, but it's definitely worth it. It's definitely working out for me.
And fighting here in Belfast, your hometown.
Yeah, no better place to be in, to be fighting on. Especially there's such a good bill with like Jamie and Paddy and Crocker making this debut in Tyrone. You know, there's just bundles of talent coming through Belfast, and it's just good to be part of it.
And bundles of fans for both you young lads coming along as well, I guess.
Yeah, hopefully get some rarities, get some boys to make some noise. But no, it's going to be good support there for everyone.
Okay, let me work my way across. Tyrone McKenna is fighting against Jake Hannay. This is for the BUI Celtic Super Lightweight title. Tyrone, what are your thoughts on this fight?
Well, everyone loves an all-Irish dust-up, and more particularly a Belfast v Dublin dust-up, so I'm expecting a lot of noise at this fight. The last one was the same against Sean Gray. It was Dublin v Belfast, and it was a great performance then, so hoping for more of the same.
Now, he's only had the 5 professional fights, but I know he really thinks that he's ready for this.
Well, he seems very confident, but I think that's a little bit of fake confidence. I don't know if he's fully confident here. He's there laughing, but you know, the last one was very confident from Dublin. He came up and I put him in his place. I'm ready to do this again. Him having 5 fights isn't much of a factor because he has had 10 round fight, so he hasn't had an experience. He's had the amateur background, so he's going to bring a good fight, I think. So I'm happy I can't wait for the fight on Friday.
Declan Geraghty against James Tennyson. Now, that I think is one which is looking maybe as being one of the standout contests of the night. You must be well up for this one, Declan.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a great fight. I'm out watching the fight for me and him. Like Tyrone said, it's a dust-up, Irish dust-up. Belfast versus Dublin. Listen, I expect the best James Tennyson, and I'm going to give him the best Declan Geraghty. I think both of us respect each other an awful lot. No trash talking needs to be done. I think it's all going to happen in the ring. I believe it's going to be a stepping stone in the right direction for me. It's going to be a great performance.
He's got the puncher's reputation. Does that worry you at all?
No, not at all. Listen, I've sparred big, heavy punchers, a lot stronger than him, so listen, anything can happen with 8-ounce gloves on. Sure, I have 8-ounce gloves on, he has 8-ounce gloves on. We'll see on the night. I'm expecting a good performance by me, expecting the best James Tennyson, and we'll see who comes out on top. I believe I'm going to win. I'm sure he believes he's going to win, so let's see Friday night.
Do you think it's right what I said beforehand, that this is one which on the face of it could turn out to be one of those fights that we talk about for a while?
Now, to be honest with you, I think it's going to be a great fight, but it's going to be performance of the night. It's not going to be a fight of the night, it's going to be performance of the night by my behalf, because I'm going to do what I do best and make my night and make a great performance. So, listen, if it's fight of the night, it means that it's a tough, hard fight, which I do expect to be a hard fight, but I believe my experience will overcome anything what he brings, and I'll adapt to it. I'll adapt to a plan A, plan B or plan C and get the job done.
Okay, thanks a lot. I'll come back to you in a moment, Jamie. Concentrate on the main event then. I'll just work across from the other end of the table first of all. First, Gary Williams, and going to be up against James Gorman, who's a tough guy. Are you looking forward to being back in the ring competitively?
Yeah, I've been out for 7 months, so I'm just looking forward to getting back. I've moved down weight to welterweight, but there's only one fight I'll move back up for in middleweight, and that'll be Liam Williams in the future. So yeah, I'm just going to go forward from there.
So in an ideal world then, do you regard Liam Williams, who beat you last time out, do you regard that as unfinished business? Would you like another go?
Yeah, I'll move up straight away. If you told me I was fighting, I'll move up straight away. But I choose this go down weight and hopefully keep winning. I'm sure we'll keep winning and move on from there.
He's got a fight against Liam Smith. Who wins that?
50-50, I'm 50-50 here at the moment, but it's going to be a close fight. Yeah, it's going to be a very close fight.
You're not really allowed to sit on the fence.
Yeah.
Go on, I'll let you.
Yeah.
Right, moving across. Marco. Possible fights, Marco McCulloch, possible fight against Ryan Walsh coming up at the Copper Box, so no chance of a slip up now.
No, it's only a home deal. I'm just finding out it's been put back till the 20th now, so but to be honest, I haven't even thought about that fight. I got another hard opponent in Lionel this Friday night, and he's getting with some world-class opponent. So I just can't look through him. Maybe get the job done, and then we'll worry about round one after this fight.
A year ago, or thereabouts, when you lost to Isaac Lowe on the Scott Quigg Peter Frampton bill, there are people maybe thinking, how much of a future have you got in the sport? But you've kind of turned it round and now got yourself into the top 10 in the WBO rankings. What have you done? How have you done that?
I just keep you changing the team around, keep you changing the lifestyle around, and just give it my all. And I haven't seen my best yet. I don't think anyone's seen my best. I honestly believe that. This is my year.
This is your year. You want to really move on and to kick on in 2017, yeah?
100%. The Welsh fight is a great fight. He's a real tough opponent. I'm expecting a real hard fight again, but I don't want to look past Friday night, but I can't wait. I'm excited for this year ahead.
Good luck. Good luck. Thank you. Now then, Jake, you heard Tyrone McKenna. This is the Celtic Super Lightweight title. You heard him talking about his capabilities and what he intended doing. What's your thoughts about this fight?
My thoughts is this fight's going to be a good fight. If he comes to fight, I come to fight. So I'm ready, and if he's getting confidence out of me not being so confident, I think he's a major downfall.
What's the game plan? Because, I mean, he's a very tall lad for his height. If you just come forward in straight lines, you're going to be absolutely playing his game, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say the game plan now, but I've dealt with people like Tyrone before, and I did run on through it.
And what would it mean for you to come through this one? A real good Irish tussle, Irish matchup?
Yeah, I believe this fight is the platform for me to big on better things and to where I want to go.
Okay, well, thank you very much. And if I can just squeeze around. Declan Geraghty, we heard from, sounding super confident. James Tennyson here, Belfast boy, and a man who can punch. And you're similarly ready for this, aren't you?
Yeah, of course. You know, we've had a great camp. We've got a lot of sparring, real suitable to Declan guys there. So we're going to fight high in confidence. The fight being put back 3 weeks was just a wee bit more training to be done. You know, it was just benefit us.
James, you suffered your defeat when you went for the British title last year against Ryan Walsh. How much of a learning curve was that for you? Because, you know, you're a relatively inexperienced fighter at the time and wind up getting stopped. Are you coming back from that better and stronger?
Yeah, a lot better and stronger, you know. It was a big learning curve for me. To be fair, I knew it would be tight for the weight. I kind of took a roll of the dice, knowing that it was tight, and it didn't really pay off. I was pretty drained, it was bad. I can't really take anything away from Ryan Walsh's performance. He got the job done, though. It wasn't the best performance, it was drained.
So how much of a difference does it make having those few extra pounds? How much more comfortable and confident are you at the higher weights?
Massive difference, you know, taking them last couple of pounds off, that's kind of what killed my performance. The whole way through camp, you know, I had a smashing camp with Spanner Frampton, Josh Warrington Saturday, and I was performing well. And as soon as them last couple of pounds come off, you know, everything was gone.
I kind of suggested that it was going to be fight of the night. I got slapped down and he said it's not going to be fight of the night, it's going to be performance of the night. What do you reckon? Fight of the night, or are you going to produce the performance of the night?
I think I'm going to get a bit of both, you know, he's entirely his opinion. I believe it's going to be a Friday night, you know, it's going to be a war.
Okay, thank you very much. Can't wait for that one. It is going to be an outstanding contest, I'm sure. Now, I'll give you the microphone to another man who you know well, Paddy Barnes, who's making his second pro appearance after what was a pretty frustrating debut, wasn't it, Paddy?
Yeah, I think now this next fight will be a proper debut. I've asked for somebody who isn't strong enough to lift me this time. So it's going to be a tougher fight. Sorry, it's not going to be a tougher fight. It's going to be at least a fight this time with Garza. Jimmy Collins happened in 4 rounds, so I definitely want this happen in 3.
How frustrating was it? Because the last time, if people aren't aware, the guy had you over his shoulder, didn't you? And didn't he? And he wind up being kicked out, and he winds up being kicked out. I mean, that must have been just horrendous for you when you've sold all your tickets and everything, and everybody's there for your pro debut.
Yeah, it was bad. I sold a lot of tickets, and all the people who wanted to see the show, they came and seen a farce. In my eyes, like, you know, it was a disgrace of a fight. You know, I think it was a bit of my fault too. It was just too eager to please the crowd, and I was rushing my work. And me being the joker that I am, I said to him in the corner, "I bet you could lift me," and he lifted me.
Triple Olympian, twice an Olympic bronze medalist, and many times Irish champion as well. What about your professional career now? Just give us a word about your ambitions and how quickly you want to move on and really show people as a pro just what you can do.
Hopefully it's fight. Well, hopefully it's a mistake, because hopefully it's an 8-round fight, because I need the 8-rounder so I might as well to fight for a title, and hopefully in the next fight. If I can't get a title fight in the next fight, though, there's only 2 people who this year that early on fight. One is CARDOZA. He's a Mexican. He hasn't got a title, but he's ranked in all the governing bodies. And who's the WBC silver champion. So I would love to fight either or one of them.
And either way, it's you want to move quick, don't you?
Yeah, 100%. I'll be 30 in April, and the experience of WSB and the Olympic Games and boxing all around the world, it's big to me, and I feel like it's time to push on. Like, I'm not afraid of losing, so I shouldn't be afraid of moving on and fighting like the bigger names of the division.
Thank you very much. Wish you well on Friday night. Let's hope you get a proper fight this time. Let's hope it actually stacks up to be a genuine boxing contest. Oh, and by the way, life does continue when you get to 30, you know. It's not the end. Anyway, top of the bill then. Jamie Conlon against YADER CARDOZA. Let's start I'll just give him a moment. Let's start with YADER from Nicaragua, who's talking through his translator here. Just tell us, he's enormously experienced, and he's fought for a world title before, if you weren't aware, in 2013. And how much has he actually taken from that, and how much ambition does he retain as a fighter?
Bueno, verdad, mi nombre es YADER CARDOZA. Me siento muy agradecido con la promotora Frank Gorren. Y bueno, fui campeón, verdad, hace 3 años. Pero no he dejado de seguir peleando, entrenando, porque hasta que yo sea campeón, todavía no pierdo la esperanza.
He will continue, but he's telling us that he was champion, Latin American Championship 3 years ago, but after this he continues fighting, preparing, because he wants to be champion again.
And what do you know about Jamie Conlon? I mean, we know a bit about what he's about. He never seems to be in a dull fight, and you must know that he's in for a very hard night.
¿Qué es lo que sabes de Jimmy Conlon? Que va a ser una pelea difícil.
Bueno, como dice, tiene el estilo de mexicano él, ¿verdad? Le dicen el mexicano, y me he enfrentado con mexicanos. Yo también no me da ninguna... no me siento, ¿verdad?, intimidado, porque tal vez peleé con mexicanos, me he enfrentado con mexicanos duros, peleé el título del mundo, y bueno, vengo a dar batalla, a pelear por ese título, y me lo voy a llevar.
He knows very well Jimmy Conlon, the Mexican style of Jimmy Conlon. Really, he also has a Mexican style, and he fought against Mexican fighters in Mexico for international championships. So he has a big experience in this style of fight. He's very well prepared, and he thinks that really he will win Friday night.
We get used to seeing, I'll get what Jamie's take on it is in a minute, but we get used to seeing these fantastic fights that Jamie's been involved in. Everybody remembers the fight against Junior Granados, which I commentated on. I mean, that was an amazing fight, and I only watched from a distance his fight against Anthony Nelson, which, if anything, was even more dramatic than the Granados fight. And I mean, absolute fight of the year, nailed on candidates. They were outstanding fights. Are we going to see something similar tonight on Friday? Is it going to be another war in the ring?
Sí, bueno, me siento también agradecido con la promotora Buffalo Boxing, mi manager Rosendo, el Buffalo Álvarez, la verdad que fue bicampeón, fue campeón, y me siento agradecido con él de haberme conseguido esta pelea. Me enseñó videos de él y yo le dije, vamos, peleemos, que no me intimide, ¿verdad? Porque he peleado con mexicanos fuertes y he dado batalla también. Y bueno, esperemos también una victoria el viernes. Vengo a darle batalla, no me le vengo a correr en el ring. No soy peleador así, yo correlón, yo vengo a pelear y a llevarme ese título.
Well, we will see a war Friday night. He was prepared in Nicaragua in the Buffalo team with Rosendo Alvarez, that was an important championship in Nicaragua. So he's mental and physical prepared for a war and for win the war.
Well, you've heard it, Jimmy. He's ready for a war, ready to win the war.
That's music to my ears. I expect him to come out all guns blazing, and we set the waterfront alight on Friday night. I'm expecting a barn burner really, but he leaves a lot of gaps, a lot of openings for me to exploit, and I will be fully and willing to take them opportunities.
What sort of fighter can we anticipate? I mean, how do you read him? I read somewhere that you're not expecting an Alexis Arguello type fighter, more a Ricardo Mayorga.
Yeah, he comes forward, he's aggressive, he's in your face, he's a dirty enough fighter, he punches from all angles. He's got a style that will gel with mine. It's something that I've worked on. I've took myself away to LA to prepare with the best in the world, world class, American, Mexicans, and they pushed me for 3 weeks of camp, and it's fantastic. Then I've got Paddy Barnes, and if anyone sees Paddy Barnes fight, he throws 100 punches around, if not more. So we're more than ready. I'm ready for a style. I've prepared well for this one.
Are you worried about, you say he can dish out the rough stuff, are you worried about the possibility of cuts playing a part on this? Because, well, you don't mind me saying, you do tend to mark up a bit.
Listen, I cut when I sneeze, you know what I mean? So it's just something that I've got used to. I know I never panic. I know I've got good cutman and Johnny Roy in the corner, who calms me down every time I see blood. But listen, it just makes it better on Saturday morning when I wake up with an ice cream belt around my waist.
This fight was originally supposed to be on February 18. How much has the rescheduling been a problem? Because presumably you were peaking for them, and you've then got to get over whatever it was that kept you out of the ring, and then try and get to that state of readiness for a second time.
Well, it actually worked out for the better, John. I'm 5'7" for super flyweight. It takes a lot out of you to make the weight, so the extra 3 weeks was fantastic. We got the weight down perfect. We got to work on the game plan and the tactics, and studied YADER a lot more than what we would do in camp. So the game plan is down from Danny and my father, and everyone is drilling it into me. It's just got to be me and doing it on Friday night.
And beyond Friday night, I kind of almost know what you're going to say here. You're going to say, I'll talk about that after Friday night. But in an ideal world, if you get through this, what about 2017 for you? Where would you like to be, say, a year from now? Do you think you'll get yourself to World Championship level?
A year from now?
Yeah.
In a mansion with loads of Playboy models? No, only messing. Isn't all I want to do is set out, make as much money as I can, make my family and myself financially secure. That's all my aim is. All I gotta do is beat the guy in front of me. Let the manager manage me, let the promoter promote me, and I just gotta win. Let them just do their job.
The fans would like to see another Jamie Conlan style war of a fight. I guess maybe you would hope that you can box to plans and not get dragged in.
That's the battle I have with myself all the time. We go over a game plan, and believe it or not, my sparring is pretty boring. I don't really get hit too much. I'll do everything that I'm told. But when we're in the ring, red mist takes over. I see an opportunity and I go for it, and I lay it all on the line then, and I leave myself open and give the opponent usually opportunities to come back in.
Just one quick word about your brother, who's going to be making his professional debut over in the United States next week on St. Patrick's Day. He'll be in touch watching you, and I should imagine you'll be heading over there, aren't you, after this?
Yeah, I go on Monday morning, be with him for the whole of fight week. It'll be a bit strange with him not here, but listen, we talk more now than we did when we were in Belfast. Every day we speak on the phone, text and phone calls, so I'm up to date on everything that's going on. He's ringing me constantly, drilling into my head to stick to the game plan and don't get involved in a war here, because he says no bruises, no cuts are coming to New York.
And finally, fighting here in Belfast, you know there's going to be there's going to be a passionate support for you, and all the lads as well. It's going to be an amazing atmosphere, and it's going to be a great Belfast occasion, isn't it?
This is the momentum building now in Belfast. We've got the main event. We've got guys in the undercard who can be main event. We've got the prospects coming through who can build themselves up. It's got everything. We've got everything we need right here. We've now got BT Sport and BoxNation on board and pushing us now and giving us the backing that we need. And it's big things now. Just keep the ball rolling on Friday.
Right. Well, that's it from me on Top Table now. Any questions from the floor, which anybody would like to put? We've got a microphone, so we can hand it out to you and shout away. David, come on, help us out.
Jimmy, how critical is this fight at this point in your career? How crucial is it? Where does it take you to if you win this fight?
Listen, every fight now is a world title fight or a world title fight eliminator, because if I lose it, I'm back down the ladder. No one gives a shit about you. I have to win. This fight is as important as the next fight and the one after. You know, if I lose, I go, where do I go? So Friday I have to look good. First of all win, second look good and make a statement and keep myself relevant in the division.
And does YADER offer the toughest fight of your career so far?
I think so. He is a step in the right direction. He's been in world caliber fights. He's fought for a world title. He's mixed with world class opponents. As he just said, he's been sparring with a world level guy. So he's going to bring out the best of me. I feel like I can't get up for anyone for a 6 or an 8 rounder who's going to just cover up and not just come to survive. He's going to come with, as he's seen, zero respect. He wants to take my title and wants to take me undefeated record. So he's geeing me up in the right direction.
Do you feel he's going to make you become more disciplined in this performance?
I think I have to at times, yeah. He's wailed a bit and he'll be in my face from start to finish. There will be moments when I'm going to have to stand and fight him in the middle of the ring, yeah. But there will be moments that I have to use my boxing ability and be smart this time.
Here's a question to Tyrone. Tyrone, if you get the job done on Friday night,
yep.
In terms of the British scene, what are you going to be asking Frank Warren to try and get you next?
There's loads of fights out there. I'd love to fight. I don't want any easy fights. I would love Tyrone Nurse. I would love Tommy Coyle. I would love there's anyone in the top 5 really, top 6. I want hard fights now, so I want to bring big fights to Belfast as well. So anyone up there.
So to do that and to show people that you're ready for that level, do you feel it needs to be not just a win, but
well, you always have to
performance, like a real performance?
Performance. He's an undefeated fighter, so if I do get him out there or beat him impressively, then it shows what level I'm at. So I like to impress in every fight, no matter who the opponent. So hopefully Friday night I do impress, yeah.
Any more? Any more for any more? Yeah, no? You want to ask a question?
Get a few words with some of the boys afterwards.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, thank you very much, everybody. The lads are here. I don't think anybody's going to be racing away straight away, so if you're too shy to ask a question in front of everybody and want to have a word, they'll be around. And also, they're ready to do one-on-one interviews for whoever requires it. But for the time being, thank you very much for coming along. And if you've not got a ticket, spread the word and get everybody here on Friday nights. Thank you very much.